Hey everybody, we're back with another tutorial on how to sew the KNOX Raglan sweater by Samantha Marie Designs. So go ahead and hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, because we're giving you new videos every Tuesday. Follow us on social media and let's get started. The pattern is by Samantha Marie Designs called KNOX. We're going to link it down below as we do with every video. This beautiful fabric is from Oldest Closet. We're using French terry and it's super soft, so go ahead and check them out. These are the pieces you're going to need. You're going to need the front and the back. And then I'm cutting right here at the dash line for the waistband. And then you're going to do the waistband, cut on a fold, 2 of the cuffs, mirrored images, 2 sleeves, mirrored images, or opposites, whatever you want to call it. And then also the neckband. This is what they look like cut out. And I am using these 2 contrasting fabrics or coordinating fabrics, whatever. So there's my 2 front and back pieces, cut on a fold, 2 cuffs, 2 sleeves, 1 waistband, and 1 neckband cut on a fold. Alright, so let's get started. Waistband, I already cut right sides together on a fold, so then I'm just going to fold it over here, and then I'm going to serge or sew up this little raw edge part right here that I'm holding. And of course I am using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. Then I'm going to fold my cuffs doing the ham hot method. And then just serge along that raw edge on both of those. Same thing with the neckband here. I've already cut it right sides together on a fold. So then I'm just going to fold it one more time this way. I said ham hot earlier. I think it's hot ham. I'm so out of it. All right, so now I'm going to open these up. And this is the back here. And with the raglan sleeves, it's important to pay attention to your pattern piece here. You'll have an F and a B. The F being front, B being back. And so I'm going to match up the B points with the back bodice here. And I'm just going to do it like this. All right, and then I'm just going to sew or serge those edges there. All right, so I've got my waistband, cuffs, neckband done here. So I'm just going to 1/4 these up. So I'm just going to make... I'm going to use my seam as one of the points, and then I'm going to make 3 additional equal points so that when I'm adding this onto there, I'm not getting any leftover pieces. It's easier for me to stretch equally to add this neckband on to make it perfect. Same thing with the waistband. I 1/4 up my waistbands and my neckbands, and on my cuffs, I only do an extra point, so I do 2 points on my cuffs. You can do 4 though if you need to. But yeah, this is how I 1/4 up the waistband here. I just match up the seam and the point that I just made, and then I do the side points here. It just takes a minute to get it all perfect. Because you want to make sure that you're snipping both points there. Both pieces of fabric. So a little snip and a little snip. Alright, so those are all done. We're going to move those out of the way. And then we serged the back part of the sleeve onto the back bodice. And now we're going to open up this front bodice piece and then sew the rest of the sleeve on here. So we're going to do the same thing, just match up the next points on the side here. And then serge those sleeve parts there. And this is what it looks like when it is all open. So you're going to lay that back bodice down and then fold that front bodice down over it, and you'll get to see what it looks like this. And then you'll just get to sew the sleeve and the side seams down. You'll sew this entire like L shape here and L shape there. This is what that looks like done. And now we're going to add the cuffs, the neckband, and the waist. And then you'll be done. It's super simple, super cute. I go ahead and mark my points. so I can add the quartered up waistbands, the quartered up neckband, and then my marked cuffs. Super easy. And so the neckband, because it is a raglan and the back is higher than the front, find the front and the back, and then you will put the front and the back together and you'll find the true side pieces here. That's the best part, or the most important thing to remember about neckbands is the rise is different, so you need to make sure that you are getting the true side points here, or your neckband might be a little wonky. So got all that done, and now we're just going to clip our neckband on here just like everything else. We're going to clip it all on and then go over to the serger and get it done. And these clips right here I bought from Waywalk, and they're super cute and small. They're not bulky. I had bought some from Hobby Lobby once and I didn't want to use clips because they were so big. And so I found these on Waywalk and I got 100 for like, I think $5.99. I don't know if that was a sale. They may still be that price. I don't know. But I got 2 boxes of those. So I got 200 clips. But I really like clips. I used to not use them. If you're familiar with us and you've watched this from the very beginning, I used to say I didn't like clips, and that was why. So I'm using clips now. And you like have to remove them. If you're using pins, like you can forget to remove them and like really mess up your serger. So clips are really helpful. Alright, and then on this waistband, I like to put my seam on the back, so just make sure you're paying attention to your neckband. I put my seam of my neckband on the very back middle, and I put my seam of the waistband on the back middle. So just make sure you're doing that, or you'll end up with a seam on the front. Or you can put it on the side too, it's whatever, but I like to put mine on the back. And let's go ahead and clip all this stuff on here and go over to my serger. And then just serge everything in the round. And I like to add my tag in the middle back of the neck, but it's really simple. Just make sure all your raw edges are lining up. As you sew around here, you want the 2 raw edges from the cuff and the 1 raw edge from the actual garment to match up, so you're not missing anything and getting holes in your garment. And I am using a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I pretty much do that on everything unless it's stated otherwise. And you go over where you started, make sure not to clip where you started, and then tuck your tail with the little knit picker is what I use, also from Waywalk. And they have those at Hobby Lobby as well, but it's just a little tool, like a little crochet hook that you can pull your seam through. And now here goes the neckband. I always start the seam a little bit and then I move my fabric, and I'll stretch my fabric a little bit because I'm always afraid it's going to pull it out. I've done that before and it pulls it out from my serger. So just make sure you start the seam a little bit and then start messing with your fabric. And then I put my tag in the middle back. And you do the same thing that you did with the waistband. Just make sure you're matching up all your points and all those raw edges match up. Don't get too confident because sometimes even the best of us can miss the raw edges if you're not paying attention. Especially with like fabrics like double brush poly that move a little bit, or rib knit or something like that, that move just a smidge. No, and crushed velvet is like the worst, or just velvet in general. Alright, and then we're going to do the cuffs here, exactly the same. Oh, another fabric that's really shifty is swim fabric. Oh my lord. Even like the most quality swim fabric is just really slippery. Yeah, just tuck your tail there. Anything that's sewn in the round, you're going to want to tuck your tail. Anything that is not going to be finished off, tuck your tail. Stuff like that, because you don't want it to unravel. And I tuck my tail with a crochet hook, or this little knit picker is what it's called. Because I've tried the tie method, I've tried the burn method, I've tried just cutting it and all of that stuff. And I always get little frays. It may not unravel all the way, but the thread does unravel to an extent that I don't like the way it looks. So this is the best method that I've found. And then I'm going to go ahead and cover stitch this. I cover stitched all the stuff down, and that's just optional. And this is what it looks like done. It's super cute, perfect for fall, girl or boy. Hope you guys like this. See you guys next Tuesday. Bye.